sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Herbert on first down now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Moreau here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On first down, Justin Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's Eckler, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That's good.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Catch made by Fulgham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Chargers.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. Rolling to his right. Out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get him for a loss of about 3.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Eckler. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to number
Keenan
3.
Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. But it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Incomplete. Intended for Raheem Mostert. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 3-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And taken at the 46. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this this one is incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And now it's second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This one caught around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They got 29 yards that time.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The Charger ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his his own 6-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Vegas. On the return, it's King. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Tackle made at the 6-yard.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
22-yard line.
Second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's King. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 28. Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
41-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, Jacobs. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The 11-yard line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their mobile quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Herbert off of play action. Down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Chargers.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 34-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a carry for Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after them now.
snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
At the 15-yard line.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
The quarterback.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Josh Jacobs.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
5-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Travis Fulgham. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11.
It's Eckler again. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try.
A 32-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. You know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jacobs now. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now on the option, here's Herbert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
At the Raiders,
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he can't quite pick it.
No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a dump off here complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities. 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Raiders 25.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Once more, here's Eckler. To get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
49-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35.
Gain of 14.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Today's final score, Chargers 41, Raiders 25.